I've noticed that you're a senior fellow in China's Renmin University. I think you might come to China or live here for a couple of times, maybe.
I spend four to 6 months of the year in China each year.
Make the question more simple. Like, can you basically compare like the living standard generally to your life or in any other countries that you have resided?
Living in Shanghai or living in Beijing is basically no different to living in London, except you've got better transport in Beijing, and the streets are cleaner and there's less crime. And
I think most of the negative news about living standards in China and in overseas countries is about the political system, right?
The reality is most people in most countries don't care about political systems. The only time when people are interested in politics is when something's going wrong. In the West, in the 1950s, 1960s, when living standards were going up rapidly, everything was very stable. Now in the West, the United States, Europe, etc., living standards are not very good. They've been static or even going down. So there's a lot of political turmoil.
What you're referring is that politicians use China as a card.
Yes, that's what they do, but it actually is not very effective. If you look at the last American presidential election, both parties were anti-China, and I'd be absolutely astonished if China played any significant role in the outcome of the election. What played an important role in the outcome of the US election was that US real wages went down under Biden. It's not a priority. It's the same, if you ask people a question about, what do you think about forests or something, they may have an opinion on it, but they don't think it's very important. And that's the situation in the West.